Okay, the consumer decision-making process, as I said, is made up of 5 steps. Step 1 is called problem recognition. That's when the consumer recognize a need that they have. Step 2, information search. That's when they start to look for information about what products and services are out there that can help me to satisfy this need. Then step 3, after they've found different alternative products, they evaluate each of them. Like that lady was evaluating those 2 different products in the photo earlier. Step 4, it's either purchasing or not purchasing a product. And then lastly, post-purchase behavior. That means post means after. It's behavior that they engage in after they've bought the product. Okay, so we're going to look at those 5 now. Number 1, problem recognition. Okay, so it's the first step of the consumer decision-making process. It's when a consumer realizes that there is an unfulfilled need. There's something that they don't have and they need it. Okay, and it occurs when people are faced with what's known as a discrepancy between an actual state, for example, they don't have transport, and a desired state. In other words, they have a car and they can drive themselves around. So there's that gap between where we are now and where you want to be. That's known as a discrepancy. And a good example is, have you ever been thirsty after doing some sports? That's a discrepancy. You're thirsty, you need something to drink, and that's your current state or actual state. Your desired state is to be refreshed, to not be thirsty. So what are you going to do? Well, you're going to look for a product that can satisfy your need. And ta-da! Coca-Cola says, well, you should buy our product. You see that refreshing drink to quench your thirst. Here's another question. Have you ever wanted an ice-cold Coke that you see on a TV ad? Like, if you're looking at that image right there now, that advert on the right-hand side of Coke, does it give you the desire to want to drink a Coke? Can you taste Coke in your mouth? A cold, ice-cold Coke? Maybe you can. A problem recognition is triggered when a consumer is either exposed to an internal or external stimulus. So an internal stimulus is the fact that someone is thirsty after playing sports. It's inside. Oh, I feel thirsty. I need something to drink. An external stimulus is the example of the advert. It's outside of you, but it's also making you want to buy a Coke. Okay, it's stimulating you through your eyes, creating desire within you. So as I said, hunger and thirst are internal, but a TV advert is an external stimulus. Okay, marketers cannot create needs like thirst. Only the body can create that need. However, they can create wants. So you might not need a Coke, you need water, but Coca-Cola comes and says, no, you know what? You might need water, but instead drink a Coke. It's going to refresh you better. And here's quite a funny little picture. No Coke left in the fridge. Guess I have to drink water again. Right, so she really loves Coke and doesn't want to have to drink water. Okay, that's a typical example of a need that has turned into a want. Okay, so she really wants Coke to quench her thirst, but she only really needs water. A want is when someone believes that a specific product or service will fulfill their need. Something very specific. It's like, that thing is going to quench my thirst. Okay, for example, young kids want toys, which is going to cure their boredom, and they want sweets, which is going to, serve their sweet tooth. Teenagers, for example, want CDs, or these days MP3s, clothing, cell phones, and so forth. Okay, consumers recognize unfulfilled wants in different ways. The 2 most common occur when a current product is not performing properly. It's like, oh, my cell phone's not working, the battery's dying, I need a new one. Or a consumer is about to run out. So example, your shampoo is almost at the end and now you realize, I need to get some more shampoo. Or that one, right? You need more toilet paper because you've just run out. Okay, also when a consumer sees a product which features are better than the ones that they have. So maybe you see your friend's cell phone and you're like, wow, it's so amazing, it does all these cool things, it's so much better than mine, I want one. Okay, that's also a way that an unfulfilled need can be recognized. Or you just see a cool phone in the shop, and so or a pair of shoes like that lady, and you just really want it. It's an external stimulus.